Okay, guys, we are live, ready to start our team call for August 11th. Thank you so much for being on. If you are a brand new coach to Team Triceps, please introduce yourself in the chat box over to the right. I'd love to see your name, hear where you're from. I love that you're on the call tonight as a brand new coach. It's all about plugging into the resources, right, and learning and growing every single day in this business and just taking it one step at a time. So if you're new, I know you're probably super overwhelmed with everything, but just know that it will get easier. So tonight we have an awesome topic. I have been wanting to create something like this for so long for you guys. So hopefully it hits home with a lot of you. But before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about the 3-day refresh. So that's the program that I am going to feature tonight, and I'm actually going to give away this program to somebody on the call tonight. So if you stick with me all the way through the call tonight, you will be entered in to win the 3-day refresh. But the 3-day refresh is a program with Beachbody where it focuses solely on food and eating. And basically it's for 3 days. It's a whole food cleanse, and it replaced the 3-day Shakeology cleanse. For those of you that have been around for a year or two, you remember the 3-day Shakeology cleanse where people were drinking Shakeology 3 times a day to kind of do a quick cleanse to lose, bloat from a bad weekend or a bad week or whatever. Well, when Isabella, who is Carl Deichler's wife, and Carl Deichler is our CEO, when she found out that people were doing that, drinking Shakeology 3 times a day, she wasn't really sure that that was what the body needed to detox. So she created her own program called the 3-day refresh, where it didn't have as much superfoods, it had as much protein, but then she also added in some fiber. So you do drink Shakeology while you do the 3-day refresh, but you only drink 1 Shakeology per day, and you eat some whole foods while you do it. So I think you get about 1,000 calories when you do the 3-day refresh. And for me personally, I do not work out when I do the 3-day refresh because it really kind of drains me and it detoxes my body. So I need all of that energy for my insides. So I just don't work out. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick kind of what this comes with. So it comes with a guidebook, and basically it tells you everything you need to know about what to take on each day. So it goes through day 1 morning, day 1 afternoon, day 1 evening, and it really talks about what you're eating. So just to give you an idea of what a typical day looks like, day 1 is you're going to have your breakfast, which is Shakeology, and 1 serving of fruit. And you get to pick a fruit from the fruit list in here. And then you have optional morning tea. And then mid-morning you have the fiber sweep, which is a digestive drink. So I'm just going to open this box up for you guys. So you get your Shakeology in the morning, and then you take your fiber sweep as a mid-morning snack. And then in the afternoon for lunch, you have the vanilla refresh shake, which this is more of a protein shake. It's vegan. This whole cleanse is vegan, and it's really just going to help you, be satisfied with the low amount of calories that you're getting. So you're having this for lunch with 1 serving of fruit and 1 serving of vegetables and 1 serving of healthy fats, and those are all on the list. And then you get to have afternoon tea after that if you so wish. And then for dinner, you have vanilla refresh again with water. And then 1 serving from the dinner's recipe list. And since this cleanse is vegan, the dinner recipes are all veggie, vegan recipes. And then, of course, you can also have your evening tea, and you have the option to have veggie broth. So you do that for 3 days in a row, and it's really not that bad. I posted in Team Triceps today asking for your refresh results, and we had so many people post. So if you're curious as to what people think about the refresh besides myself, check that out. The first time I did the refresh, I hated it. It wasn't for me, but I really wasn't going in it with the right mindset. I was teaching a lot of classes. I was working out a lot. My metabolism was probably through the roof, and I just wasn't ready to restrict calories that much. So I gave up after day 2. When I did it again just a couple months ago, I felt amazing doing it. I think I did it in June, and because of my low back issues, I haven't been working out as much, so my metabolism probably isn't as amped up, right? So my caloric level has decreased, so I was able to, I would say, enjoy the refresh a little bit more. The point of the refresh is not to starve your body, it's just to cleanse the toxins out and just give yourself some time to debloat. So with that said, that's about the 3-day refresh. So you can order the 3-day refresh as a coach. You can get it in 2 options. You can get it without Shakeology, because if you have Shakeology at home, you don't necessarily need to get it in here, or you can get it with Shakeology. But I will tell you, if you get it with Shakeology, it's only like $6 more, and you get 3 packets of Shakeology. So you could use those for samples or whatever. And when you get it with Shakeology, like I have in here, it is 52 PV, so it makes your coach account active. So if you have your spouse or parent or a friend signed up, that you signed up to help you get to Emerald, and they need to get active, this is a great option for them to purchase. Okay, so if you guys have any results or testimonials you want to share, you can share here in the chat box. And yes, Nicole, my back is getting so much better. I've been working really hard over the last 6 months to make it better, and I am finally to the point where I feel like I'm ready to go. So last thing on the refresh that I want to talk about is whenever I'm talking to somebody about the 21-day fix or a program where there's an option to do the kickstart. So when you go to teambeachbody.com and you go to Beachbody Challenge and then Challenge Packs, you get to see all the challenge packs that are available to us and to our customers. Okay, so you'll see that there's something called a kickstart, and a kickstart means that the 3-day refresh is included in it. And almost for every challenge pack, the kickstart increases the price by $40. So when I'm talking to somebody about the 21-day fix, I will just mention right before I send the enrollment to them, I'll say you also have the option to upgrade and add on the 3-day refresh for $40 more. It's just an option. I just want to let you know that it's available to you. If you're interested, let me know. And about 50-50 people say yes, some people say no. So it's definitely something that you want to offer to your clients, especially if they're just talking about how they're just feeling icky and they need to debloat. It's just a great way for them to start off their challenge. And if you're running your challenge groups and you have a couple people in that group that are doing the 3-day refresh, they can do the 3-day refresh when everybody else is starting the group, and if they talk about it in the group, it may spark some interest with some of your other challengers. So just some ideas there. Another thing that I want to announce to you guys, and this is something brand new that I haven't even talked to or posted on social media. A few of you may know, but Adam and I just bought a 5th wheel camper, and we are going to be traveling the US over the next 8 months, which is so exciting for us. So I haven't posted on social media yet. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'll probably post tomorrow that it's my birthday gift. But we literally just got it. It's sitting in the driveway. It's awesome. It's going to be our new home on wheels, and we are creating an office in it. We're going to get it set up with Wi-Fi so that I can work, and we can just see the country over the winter, really, to just kind of experience some more of what this country has to offer. So we're really excited about that, and we are planning to leave in September. So you'll be seeing team calls from a different place starting next month. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys first because love y'all. So that's very exciting news, and maybe inspires some of you to work towards that if that's a dream that you've had. But being on the road and seeing the US has definitely been something that we've always wanted to do. So let's get started, you guys. I really started this idea a couple months ago when I was sitting down kind of thinking about the team, thinking about what you guys need, and I was like, man, it would be really cool if I could come up with some sort of PDF or something or checklist that told coaches what to do every single day of the month, like what to do on the first day of the month, on the second day of the month. And then as I started writing down ideas, I'm like, yeah, maybe this is too complicated, and I kind of just set it to the side. And then I was in the shower a couple days ago, and you know when you're in the shower and you just like get those like ideas that just like come into your head, and it just like dawned on me, like it all just kind of came together in my head that day. So I was like, okay, we're going for this. So I started to put So I started to put down some ideas, and I think that this is going to be really helpful for you guys. So basically, this formula is building on the last 2 team calls. So if you have not been on the last 2 team calls, or you haven't listened to them live or recorded or whatever, you need to go back and listen to those team calls. Of course, stay on this call and listen, but go back and listen to those team calls from last week, because it's so, so important that you understand where I'm coming from with a lot of this stuff. Also, another team call that you can watch is called Planning Your Weekly Activity. I did it back in March, and I'm getting a lot of this same stuff from that call. However, I'm just breaking it down a little differently, and we're kind of moving things in different directions throughout the month. So you'll see what I mean as I pull this up. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, because this is a lot of stuff that you need to see, some visual stuff. So let me pull it up. So once you guys can see, just let me know. Let me see if I can figure out how to present here. Okay. So here we are. We are going to, oh, I want to hit allow. There we go. So we are going to build your business in 20. And what I mean by 20 is, I mean build your business in 20 hours a week. So here's the deal, you guys. We all have this amazing opportunity of an investment of a business in front of us. And there are so many businesses in this country where it takes large amounts of capital to build the business or to even start the business. But to build a business, you need lots of time. No matter what kind of business it is, you're going to have to put in your blood, sweat, your tears, your time into that business. The biggest investment that we have in Team Beachbody, it's not money. It is truly our time. So if you can sit down and figure out a schedule where you can say, yes, I can commit to 20 hours a week to my business, to build my future, to build something amazing for my family, I will tell you that it will pay off more than you can ever even imagine in 1 year, 2 years, and it will blow your mind in 5 years. I'm sitting here in this business for 3.5 years. This December will be my 4-year anniversary, and I'm blown away at how much our team grows every single day. I'm blown away of the leaders. I mean, you know, just 2.5 years ago, no, 1.5 years ago, I had a diamond retreat here at this very house with 6 people. There were 6 diamonds in all of Team Triceps, and today there's over 70. It is incredible how this business can grow when you invest your time. So I'm asking you to invest your time. If you see the potential in this business, put time into this business, because it will pay you back like you've never imagined. Okay, moving on. So let's talk about a new perspective on time. So we each have 168 hours per week. So let's break down what that looks like. So 40 hours are dedicated to your full-time job. Most of you are not yet full-time with Beachbody, whether you want to be or that's not where you want to be, that's fine. But you have a full-time job. You're spending 40 hours there, okay? You need to spend at least 50 hours sleeping. So that's about 7 hours a night, you guys. So you can totally make sleep happen in 50 hours a week, right? I mean, I don't know how much sleep you guys get a night, but I'm about 7 to 8. So this is about right on for me. And then I gave you an extra 15 hours to commute to work, for any overtime, and for getting ready to work. So 15 hours, that's about 3 hours extra a day, because you know you're working 5 days a week, right? And then of course I had to put in personal development, 4 hours a week. So that's about 30 minutes a day that you need to be reading, you need to be listening to podcasts, you need to be growing yourself. Okay, 6 hours a week for working out. Of course, we want to be a product of the product, and we want to be spending time investing in our fitness and our health. So whatever workout you're doing, you're working out, 4 to 6 times a week, and that's probably about 30 minutes to an hour, after you get ready, set up your camera, whatever you got to do for your workout. I know my 30-minute workout almost always takes me an hour every day for however long it takes me to set up. So you get 6 hours. And then we look at your business, and I'm going to ask you to give 20 hours for your business every single week. And I know that seems like a lot, but when you add all of those up, you have 33 hours left of free time after your full-time job, after your sleep, after your personal development, after working out, after investing in your business, building your business. You have 33 hours of free time left. So you can see here that it is doable. It is 150% doable to make this business work and to give 20 hours a week. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to give 20 hours a week to make this business work. I'm just saying that that's what this team call is based on, is 20 hours a week, because I think that that's what is going to set your momentum fast and furious in this business. And I think 20 hours a week is manageable and doable for any level of this business. Okay, so 33 extra hours of free time. So you can still have balance while building your business. But here's the deal, you guys, you have to be organized. You have to prioritize your time. You have to manage the hours that you are given, okay? There's not a lot of time for just messing around and not being present in those moments. So if your free time is just to unwind and watch a guilty pleasure TV show, then that's your free time. You're checking that off the list, right? But be present and enjoy those moments so that you understand that when you go back to work, that you did enjoy that free time. Okay? So this is where we're going to start. In the last 2 team calls, we talked about 2 power hours. We talked about power hour 1 on the team call 2 weeks ago called Creating Killer Contact Lists. And then we talked about a second power hour last week on the team call called Meeting New People. So let's refresh. This is where we're getting our 4 hours a day. So basically this formula, you guys, is going over what we're doing is we're saying, or I'm suggesting 4 hours per day, 5 days a week. That gives you 2 days off from anything related to Beachbody, which I really think is important. I think it's important to pull back, step back, enjoy other things in your life, other hobbies. I know for me, I need to pull back and enjoy that stuff as well. So that's why I'm saying let's work 5 days a week and you can pull off on those other 2. As long as you're getting this stuff done, you totally deserve those days off. So power hour 1, we're going to take the first 15 minutes, and these are in order, not just because I threw them this way, but they're in order because this is the order that I want you to complete them in. And before I go through these, I want to make you aware that, or I want to emphasize the fact that when you're doing this stuff, you either need to turn your phone off or you need to put it in airplane mode, because you are going to be interrupted mad all the time, crazy interruptions while you're doing this. You've got to reduce the distractions when you're in your power hour. Okay, so put that phone in airplane mode, and then for your power hours, I want you to set timers. So set 15 minutes on the timer for your 3 new conversations. And then when you go to the next one, you set 30 minutes. Okay, so power hour 1, 15 minutes we're spending on new conversations. So if you remember from the team call 2 weeks ago from Creating Killer Contact Lists, we have 2 lists. We have a new peeps list and we have a follow-up list. The new peeps list is anybody that we've met, anybody that we are now friends with, anybody that we haven't contacted yet or, rekindled a relationship with. They're on our new peeps list. So every single day, 5 days a week, I want you taking 15 minutes to send 3 new conversations. And the new conversation can be something as simple as, I just saw you were in Jamaica. I love it there. Where did you guys stay? Or it was so great to meet you at the grocery store. Make sure to send me the store where you bought those awesome yoga pants. Or you know, whatever it is, or wherever you met that person, you know, if you listened to the call last week, you were taking notes on making sure that you knew where that person was coming in on. So whether you met that person on social media or in person, start that new conversation with that person. Okay, next, 30 minutes is your follow-up list. So your follow-up list is anybody that you are in conversation with, that you've worked with in the past, in terms of Beachbody, that you've talked to, that you've tried to build a relationship or you've built a relationship. It's your coaches, it's your challengers, it's anybody that you're talking to, anybody that said no, anybody that said yes. It's everybody. You're always checking in with your people, whether they're on board or not, whether they've bought a challenge pack or not. You're checking in with your people personally to just see how they are. That's what your follow-up list is. Again, I went over that in the Creating Killer Contact List team call. You're going to spend 30 minutes on your follow-up list. Then, and only then, do you go to your inbox and look at your unread messages. Okay, so you cannot reply to your inbox messages until you do those other two things. Why? Because if you start replying to your messages right away, what's going to happen? You're going to get caught up and you're going to spend your whole power hour replying to messages, and you're not sending any new messages out. The only way that we build our network and we build our list is by talking to people and sending out new conversations and continuing to talk with people. So inbox is number 3. The last one then is posting to social media, and I want you to get in the habit of posting 3 times to social media. What's the rule with social media? You guys know this, it's 80-20. So 80% of the time you're posting on social media about the stuff you're doing. Like you're posting about your workout, you're posting about what you're eating, you're posting about where you went to dinner, you're posting about laundry, you're posting about the movie you saw, you're posting about the campsite you went to this weekend, you're posting about your kid's basketball game, you're posting about your niece that had a baby. Whatever, you're posting something inspirational, you're posting something you know, about a friend or a interesting news article, whatever it is, something. The other 20% of the time is really kind of an invite to join your team, to join your challenge group, to join your free group. And I'm going to give you when to post those, the 20% of the time. The other 80%, you got to figure out on your own. So Power Hour 1, you need to schedule for 1.5 hours on your calendar. I want you to schedule these Power Hours when we get off the call tonight. Okay, so Power Hour 1, 1.5 hours. Power Hour 2, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Power Hour 2, you spend the first 30 minutes meeting new people. Whether that is in a Facebook group, whether that's on Instagram, whether that's on a Facebook like page where you're engaging with other comments, whether that's on your friend's profile because you're engaging with other people that commented, whether that's at the grocery store, you got to spend 30 minutes meeting new people in your Power Hour 2. Again, listen to last week's call to learn more about that. The second 30 minutes is back to your inbox because people are going to be responding to you, so you want to make sure that you're keeping up on that inbox. So 30 minutes. And just a reminder, you're setting a timer on your phone for this stuff. And then lastly, in Power Hour 2, you're posting on social media. Got it? Power Hour 3, most likely going to be at night. You're going to take 30 minutes to check in with your groups. Groups meaning your team page, your uplines team page, your challenge groups, your free groups. Maybe you're in a Rock the Basics or a training group. Whatever it is, business related, you need to check in with those groups. You need to give support to your people. And then for 15 minutes, you're going to go back to that follow-up list if you didn't get all the people that you needed to in Power Hour 1. Now, some days you may hit all of those people, but some days you're going to have a lot of people to follow up with, so you may need that extra 15 minutes in your last Power Hour of the day. And then number 3, you're going back to the inbox, you're replying to messages, and then of course the last 15 minutes you're posting to social media. Doable, you guys, totally doable. This is your 4 hours. Split it up like this. It will work, I promise. Okay, so this is where we get into what to do every single day. So I'm going to share these slides on the team page, but feel free to take a picture of this. Okay, so this is using September 2015 as an example for the dates, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit different every single month, but you can change the dates a little bit based on this formula. Week 1 is always gonna be the 1st through the 7th. Week 2 is always gonna be the 8th through the 14th. Week 3 is gonna be the 15th through the 21st, and so on and so forth. I always start groups on Mondays. People just like starting stuff on Mondays. So you'll see that, you know, things are starting like in here. If you look on the 14th, we're officially starting the challenge group. On the 21st, we're officially starting sneak peek week. On the 28th, we're starting a free group and rock the basics, okay? So let's start with week 1. On the 1st of every month, you're going to invite 10 people to your challenge group. And let's fast forward to day 14. Day 14 is when you officially start your challenge group. And side note, challenge group needs to start on the 2nd Monday of every month. We'll cover that in the next slide too. Okay, on day 1, I also want you posting sometime during the day in one of your 3 social media posts. I want you posting about your challenge group. Okay, that's part of your 20%. On the 2nd of the month, you're again going to invite 10 people to your challenge group. Who are these 10 people that you're inviting to your challenge group? Those are the people that you've been talking to, that you've been following up with, that you've been forming every single day up until this point. So maybe they're people that said no last month. Maybe it's someone you just met and somehow it came into conversation. Maybe it's someone who was in your challenge group 6 months ago and they're ready to recommit. Who are you inviting to your challenge group, okay? The goal here is to send 50 invites in week 1 to your challenge group. And you can see on the 1st, 3rd, and the 5th, you're posting about your challenge group on social media. You're just doing it 3 times, okay? So you're not posting every day about it, you're posting every other day, and you're also behind the scenes messaging people every single day, inviting them to your challenge group. On the 5th, this is very important, the 5th is the deadline to order. Why? Because you're trying to hit Success Club 5 by the 5th, but also because we want people to get their stuff in time for when your challenge group starts. So make a hard deadline for your people. If they don't order by the 5th, then they have to wait till next month to join your group. So make a hard date and respect that date, and people will respect you. Hey, and then guess what? The 6th and the 7th, you get off. You can go and spend time with your family. You can do your hobbies. You can do whatever. Enjoy the time off, okay? Week 2. So we've done all of our inviting. And really in week 1, and you might want to write this down, the goal in week 1 is to get 3 people to commit to your challenge group. We just want to get 3 people. So we want to get to Success Club 5 by that 5th, the deadline to order. If you can get 5 people to get to Success Club 10, even better. But the goal I'm going to give you is 3, okay? So week 2, and I want to share with you guys something. Do you see how this is color-coded? It matches where we're at here. So on the 1st, when I say invite 10 to the challenge group, that's in blue. That's what you're doing as part of this. So if people are showing up on your follow-up list on the 1st, you're inviting them to your challenge group. And you're doing it here as well, okay? When we're saying, you know, post on social media, that is, you know, right here in pink. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And again, I'm going to post all these pictures in the team page so you can see them, you know, side by side. Okay, so let's go here. So we're forming. So when I say form, we talked about forming last week. So when you're forming, you're getting to know people that you weren't yet ready to invite to your challenge group. So on day 8, 9, 10, 11, all of the people that are showing up in your follow-up list, you're forming. You're getting to know them a little bit better because that's blue, okay? On all those days, you're still doing all of this. You're still doing all of the Power Hour stuff. I'm just telling you what to do in the blue section, okay? The other stuff is really self-explanatory, you guys, and we've already covered it in other team calls. So day 12 and 13, you get a day off. And let's not forget that on the 9th, oops, sorry. On the 9th, you're going to create your challenge group. You want to create your challenge group about 5 days before it officially starts so you can help people understand what to expect. So I put that in that dark pink because that's part of this time here, your group check-in. Okay, so creating a challenge group is going to take you about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so that's part of this 30-minute window right here. Oh. Next. Okay, so now on day 14, on the 14th, you are officially starting your challenge group, officially starting, okay? And now we're gonna work on inviting people to Sneak Peek Week. For those of you that don't know what SPW means, that means Sneak Peek Week, and that is a 4 to 5 day group where you're showing people what it means to be a coach. And if you don't know anything about it and you want to be part of one, please talk to your upline coach. Hopefully they're running one. I have not ran a Sneak Peek Week in a long time, but I plan on doing one soon. So for any of my personal coaches on the team or on the call, let's get one on the calendar, maybe for September. So you are going to start to invite people to your Sneak Peek Week on the 14th. Okay, you're going to invite 10 to Sneak Peek Week. And remember, this is in blue. So that's what you're doing as part of your follow-up list. Okay, that's what you're doing on there. So I just want to point this out, you guys. When you're putting a new date next to somebody's name because you're following up with them in a month, you may want to look at this kind of calendar because if they're a coach prospect, you want to follow up with them during the 14th through the 18th when you're inviting to Sneak Peek Week. So maybe this is something great to have printed next to you for many reasons, right? Okay, so also on the 14th, again, you're officially starting your challenge group post, and then you're also, or I'm sorry, you're officially starting your challenge group, but then you're also going to post on social media about Sneak Peek Week. Okay, so you're inviting people on social media to join your Sneak Peek Week, okay? And then 15, you're inviting 10 people to Sneak Peek Week. 16, inviting 10 people to Sneak Peek Week, and you're also posting on social media, inviting people to your Sneak Peek Week. Because when you post about it on social media, hopefully you're gonna get a few more people, right? You're gonna get people that maybe you're not talking to, or maybe someone random who's friends with a friend saw in their newsfeed. Okay, again, 17, invite 10 people, 18, invite 10 people. The goal here is to invite 50 people to your Sneak Peek Week. On the 18th, you're going to create your Sneak Peek Week, and you're going to do one more post about Sneak Peek Week on social media. Okay, so 19 and 20. You get the day off. You've been working your butt off. You get the day off. So enjoy it. Spend time with your family. Do your hobbies. Go camping. Go fishing. Maybe you rollerblade. I don't know. But whatever you're doing, I want you to have a good time. So now we're on to day 21. And in September, the 21st is a Monday. So that's why on the 14th and the 21st, because the 14th is also a Monday, that's when we're starting groups on Mondays. So on the 21st, we are officially starting Sneak Peek Week, okay? But on the 21st, we're also going to start inviting people to our free challenge group. I couldn't fit in challenge group here, so it just says free. So understand that just means free challenge group. So you're inviting 15 people to your free challenge group. And you're also going to give props to your challenge group on social media, whether it's the group as a whole, maybe it's just one person who's really killing it in your challenge group, but you're gonna give somebody props on social media about your challenge group. Okay, 22, you're gonna invite 15 people to your free group, and you're also gonna post at one point of the day about your free group on social media. Remember, when I list these here, that's just one of 3. Your other 2 for the day are your other 80%, so keep that in mind. The 23rd, we're inviting 15 to the free group. So ultimately the goal is to, whoops, sorry guys. I don't know what just happened. I got click happy. Okay, so ultimately the goal is to invite 45 people to your free group. If you want to make it an even 50, maybe on the 23rd, you invite 20 people to your free group, okay? On the 23rd, you're also creating your free group. So you're creating the group on Facebook, you're adding your people to it. Okay, so 24th. Now, instead of inviting or forming, we are going to be following up with our sneak peek week people. Say that 5 times fast. Sneak peek week people. Follow up with 10 sneak peek week people. All right, got it. So you're going to follow up with 10 of your sneak peek peeps on the 24th. And you're also going to post about your free challenge group on social media one last time. On the 25th, you are going to follow up again with 10 people in sneak peek week. Now, maybe you don't have 20 people total in your sneak peek week. This is just a guide, so work for that and work towards that. And if you have more, then you're going to have to do more following up, okay? On the 25th, you're also going to create your Rock the Basics, and then you're going to post about your Rock the Basics coming up on social media. So we're just posting about Rock the Basics one time. Gosh darn it. There we go. So you're just posting about Rock the Basics one time on social media, and that's on the 25th, okay? So Rock the Basics and your free group start on the 4th Monday of the month. They start on the same day, okay? So you're going to have your days off here once you're kind of done with your following up and you've invited all your free people and you know who's in. So before you take these 2 days off, you really need to know who is in for Rock the Basics and who is in for Sneak Peek Week. If you don't have those people committed, you may have to jump back online on the 27th to get people into your free group and Rock the Basics. So maybe in week 4, you're only getting 1 day off. It's up to you, but just make that little side note, okay? So on the 28th, you're going to officially start your free group and you're going to officially start your Rock the Basics. So you've got people in both. And just a side note here, guys, work with people on your team, whether it's on somebody else's team or in Team Triceps as a whole or whatever. Find someone to work with, or maybe it's someone on your team or your upline or whatever. Find someone to work with so that you guys can run these groups together so this isn't all on you. Right now I'm running a couple challenge groups where I'm switching off with coaches on my team, and it's amazing because the people in the group get a different perspective and we each get some time off. So it's really, really great. Okay, so on the 28th, I forgot to add in on the 28th, you need to invite 10 people to your challenge group on the 28th. So you really need to add that in. I didn't throw that in there. On the 29th and 30th, and even the 31st, for the months that have the 31st, you need to be inviting to your challenge group. That's going to start on the following second Monday of the month. So that would be then October 12th. Is when you would start inviting people to your challenge group on October 12th, on the 29th and 30th. Okay, the people that you're going to start inviting here on the 28th, 29th, and 30th in this end of the month are going to be the people that are in your free challenge group. So the people that are in your free challenge group, maybe you message them, you know, on the 30th because they've been in the free group for a couple days now, and just say, you know, you're really doing an awesome job. If you're interested in continuing on and receiving more support, I'd love to have you in my group that starts on October 12th. Here's the details. Let me know if you want more info. I'd be happy to help you with your goals. Something like that. But you're also going to have a bunch of people back that are on your follow-up list that said no last month. Well, you're going to invite them again and say, hey, here's my next challenge group. It's on October 12th. You want to join? Okay, guys, I think we're good. I think we're good on that. So here's my last slide, and this is just to show you the main things that we're creating in each month. In week 1, the main deadlines are the 5th. It's the deadline to order for your challenge group. In week 2, the 9th is when you create your challenge group, and the 14th is when you officially start your challenge group. My recommendation to you is that you run challenge groups for 3 weeks only. People always fall off after 3 weeks. Whether it's the 21-day fix or not, just run it for 3 weeks. And if people are killing it after 3 weeks, you can always say, hey, you guys are awesome. Let's keep going for a week. So I would always just plan on running it for 3 weeks. Week 3. The 18th is when you're going to create your sneak peek week. I want to go back real quick. Hold the thought on week 3. The 5th should always be the deadline to order, okay? But when we go into week 2, the 14th is not always going to be the same every month. You want to start your challenge group on the 2nd Monday of every month. So write that down. 2nd Monday of every month. So that's going to fall in week 2, and it's going to be anywhere from the 8th through the 15th. Okay, so there's definitely a range there. And a rule of thumb, you probably want to create your challenge group and get it going and set up about 5 days before your challenge group starts. Okay, so when we go into week 3, we're officially starting sneak peek week on the 3rd Monday of every month. In September, it so happens to be the 21st. I would recommend running this for about 4 days. You can fit everything in that people need to know about Beachbody in 4 days. Okay, there's tons of coaches on our team running awesome sneak peek weeks. I was just stalking Christine Dwyer's YouTube channel, and she has awesome videos about that look like they're part of a sneak peek progression, so you can check those out. And in sneak peek week, you don't necessarily need to open it too far in advance. I just said the 18th, so kind of plan it a couple days before. And lastly, week 4. Week 4 is going to be a little bit longer than 7 days because we've got those extra 29th, 30th, 31st days in there. But you're going to start your free group and your Rock the Basics group on the 4th Monday of every month. Okay, so the reason why we're starting Rock the Basics at the end of the month is we want to push people to join our team at the end of the month. And my recommendation for you having sneak peek week in week 3 and then Rock the Basics in week 4 is your goal is to get 2 new coaches every month from sneak peek week and transition them into Rock the Basics. Okay, that's going to give you 5 people total. Remember, we made a goal of 3 challengers at the beginning of the month, and then now we're adding on 2 coaches at the end of the month to be in your Rock the Basics. So that's going to put you at Success Club 10. Okay, so we want to get those last 2 people on board so that you can hit Success Club 10. Okay, guys? And, whenever you are feeling ready or you have the time to open up your groups, I would recommend you don't need to open them on the same day because opening a group is going to take most of your time allotted. If we go back, it's going to take up most of this time. So I would not do them on the same day. That's why I split them up so that you have time to do them both and to do them both well. Okay? So, okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let me exit out here. Amy. There we are. Wow. Okay, so let me check out the chat box. Oh, okay. Okay, Rock the Basics is just for new coaches. So for those of you that have never been in a Rock the Basics, or you have maybe you've taken my Rock the Basics via email. So I do my Rock the Basics. I send you videos to your inbox, and then you can join my Rock the Basics support group on Facebook. But if anybody has any questions, throw them at the top. I can't really scroll through all the comments, but hopefully you guys have chatted and answered questions. But you guys, I hope that this helps. I hope that this gives you some direction. And I just want to tell you one last time that 20 hours is doable. And if you spend 20 hours a week in your business consistently for a year, I guarantee your paychecks will triple, if not quadruple, by the end of that year. You will have serious momentum in your business. Okay, so just real quick, the 505 deadline, 505 Club is a club where I recognize everybody on the team for hitting Success Club 5 by the 5th of the month. So if you hit it by the 5th of the month, then you will be on the 505 board when I post it on the 6th or 7th. Okay, so last thing I need to do, and hopefully you didn't jump off yet, is I need to give away the 3-day refresh. So let me look at who's still on. Oh my gosh, we have so many people on the call. That's so awesome. Okay, so it's way easier, you guys. Just FYI, when I give stuff away on the team call, please register with your first and last name. It makes it easier for me to call somebody out. So we are going to call out Kylie Markey. Kylie Markey, you are the new official owner of the 3-Day Refresh, girl. Thank you guys so much for being on. Kylie, please send me a message on Facebook with your address and I'll get this sent out to you. But seriously, you guys, thank you for investing in yourself tonight and being on the team call. And go start implementing this. Even if it's not the beginning of the month, you can still start doing something. What is it? It's week 2 right now. So you could start implementing with week 3, starting your sneak peek week on the 17th. So good luck, you guys. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. I know you can do this. I mean, if I can do this, you can do this. So thank you so much for being on. Love you all, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.